Hello and welcome to Never Seen It, a podcast about movies we haven't seen yet. My name is Trent. I'm here with my wife, Betsy.
Oh, hello.
We are here today to watch a movie that neither of us have seen.
This is a fact.
Yeah, that's why we do this thing. This is one that we have kind of missed. Like, it kind of came and went back in 2019.
With some buzz.
Yeah, mainly because of the star of the movie. We're going to watch Uncut Gems. So this is a movie that, like Betsy said, got a lot of buzz. Adam Sandler was in the talk of possibly getting nominated for Best Actor of all things.
And we don't know if the buzz was warranted because we haven't watched it.
Yeah.
But given the fact that the last movie we talked about where there was buzz and someone got snubbed, and we agreed that they got snubbed.
Yeah.
I suspect we may feel the same about this one.
I guess
this
we'll
is
see.
This is a very different role for Adam Sandler.
Right, and for him to be out, and then this is not the first time he's done serious acting.
No, he's done a number of dramas. Mm-hmm. But this is certainly the most out there, I think he's
that
gone.
was the words I was going to use, out there. So, like, you've seen Punch Drunk Love.
Yes.
And I haven't seen that.
And he did Spanglish, which is kind of a drama.
Yeah.
And there was another one he did with Don Cheadle. I can't remember the name of.
God. Oh, yeah. I think, I can't remember the name of that. That was pretty recent.
Yeah, so those are a few of his forays into dramatic acting, but he's pretty well stayed in comedy the rest of his career.
Right, and I think he had this big, like, Netflix thing.
Yeah, he had like a 6-movie deal.
Yeah, and none of them really panned out to be anything.
They're
to
not
my knowledge,
supposed
anyway.
to be bad. Like, what is the one? The Meyerowitz? I don't remember the name, but
he did one
that's
with
supposed to be
Jennifer
pretty good.
Aniston, I think.
He's done a few with her.
Yeah, I don't know. So this one kind of came and went for us. Like, we kind of were interested in it, but it just kind of went away, and we decided, you know what, we'll get back to it when we get back to it. So,
And now it's been a few years.
and now it's been a few years, and here we are. So, other than Adam Sandler being in it, what do you know about Uncut Gems?
I know Idina Menzel is in it.
Okay.
I think she's his girlfriend.
You know what? That kind of fits. I don't know why.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's who it is. And there's a basketball player in this. Who
Kevin
is this?
Garnett.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
was like, which one is it? I'm terrible with names like that.
Former Minnesota Timberwolves and former Boston Celtics basketball player turned actor, I guess? I don't know.
I guess. I really don't know anything about the man. I just know that he's, I think, playing himself in this movie.
I think he is, and I think the whole deal about this movie is he is some kind of jewelry dealer or broker.
Adam
Sandler is, and he's like being like the guy for basketball players and maybe rappers, I don't know, who want to get like big chains and big jewelry to show off their money.
But he's also involved with the wrong kind of people because I know he
Yeah.
gets the crap kicked out of him.
Yeah.
Like the cover of the movie
the poster,
is him with a bloody nose.
Yeah, the poster of him is like having like a Kleenex up his nose because he got a bloody nose and he's all beat up.
Yeah, other than that, I don't really know what's going to happen in this movie. I just know that a lot of people were talking about his performance, how it's very, very unique in his filmography. Yeah, we'll see if we agree with the statement that he got snubbed.
Yeah.
Because they were definitely pushing hard for it.
Yeah, and I mean, other than that, like I know he gets in trouble. I know he gets in with the wrong people, I guess. And like other people in the movie, I don't really know. I know it's just him. It's Kevin Garnett, and he's in the jewelry business of some kind. I don't really know what he does. Does he buy? Does he sell? Does he trade? Who knows?
Because that's like the name of the movie, Uncut Gems.
Indeed.
It's a diamond thing or any other precious jewel.
I guess. All right. Well, I guess that's all we got to say in the intro here. So we're going to go watch Uncut Gems. We will be right back. And we are back from Uncut Gems. Betsy, what did you think of it?
As we were watching this, I was suddenly reminded of a tweet I read soon after this movie came out, where somebody who is, I think they had like serious anxiety or a lot of empathy, said that this movie was really hard for them to watch because the anxiety-inducing nature of this movie frustrated them to no end. And I totally get that, because there were moments I was just like, what the fuck? No, 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 no.
Uh-huh. Betsy, that was what I was going to come back with. That was the most anxiety-inducing movie I think I've ever seen.
Because of the pacing, because of this man is a horrible human who makes terrible life choices.
And there's like claustrophobia in a lot of this. Like, it's his own office, it is his jewelry shop, and it's the security door.
It's the close proximity of human beings in a room together.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of people in this tiny
and
space.
a lot of really big dudes too. Like, Kevin Garnett is a very tall man.
Yeah, and everything is happening all at once. And, you know, this is like a family get-together at my house.
Yeah.
But to the nth degree, because you, as somebody who comes from a smaller family, find that really overwhelming to the senses.
Yes.
And that's what this was like for me watching this movie, is there's like 4 conversations happening all at the same time, and they keep jumping topic to topic, and there's people on the phone, and there's buzzers going off, and I'm just like,
Yeah, and it's a movie, and you want to hear everything. You want to notice what's going on. Yeah. And for our purposes, we're doing a podcast about this. I want to know what's going on so I can make a note of it. I can comment about it later. But no, you can't.
The pace at the beginning was kind of relentless.
Yeah.
Where I said, is this just going to be one day? Is this whole movie going to be one day? Because it was kind of one of those a lot goes on but nothing happens kind of movies.
And Betsy, we had to pause during the movie because I needed to pause and take some notes because there was so much going on, and I paused it thinking, okay, I literally said, before we get into the finale, let's take some notes here. And I paused it. I looked at the time left in the movie. There was still an hour left in it.
Yeah.
Because the movie is just fucking going and going and going, you think that a lot has happened and there's like not much left. No.
We're going to get to a resolution soon.
My brain was on fire.
Yeah. This is kind of one of those where I was captivated the whole time, but I also hated this entire experience and never want to watch it again.
That's fair. That's fair.
Because it was just so much, and he just makes relentlessly bad choices.
Yeah.
He is a garbage man.
Reckless.
Yes, he is reckless with himself, with other people's things, with his own money, with the women in his life, with his children.
And that's the thing. His entire attitude about everything is that it's just going to work out. It's just going to work out.
Even though it doesn't.
Even though it never does.
His life is garbage. And even though he's like in the middle of like about to get a divorce.
Yeah, he's going to get divorced. He is leveraged. Like in banking, when you have too much debt and not enough collateral, like assets to back it up, that's called you're being too leveraged. That's exactly what's happening here.
Yeah, he owes money to like every guy in town. And the only way he's getting money back is by selling other people's shit.
Well, and like he didn't sell the ring, he pawned it.
No, but he sold that other guy's necklace.
Sure.
And then he takes that money and immediately goes and bets it. Yeah. And then he loses the bet. Or the guy stops the bet, so he's losing that money.
Yeah, they canceled the bet. And they just took the cash out of the bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's got a girlfriend who's not very nice, but they're, quote, in love. And they keep going.
Works for him.
Yeah, they keep going back and forth, hot and cold, where he's like, you fucking whore, get out of my apartment. I love you, baby. Look what I did. I got your name tattooed on my ass. Like, I love you so much. No, get out of my life.
His entire life is chaos. That's the one word that I was thinking about the entire movie. Everything is chaotic.
And not controlled chaos, just chaos.
Oh, no. And you would think that, okay, this guy is a high roller. He's got money coming out of his ears. He's got all these big clients coming in. No, it's all bets. It's all just chances.
It's also like a Ponzi scheme. He's, robbing Peter to pay Paul. He doesn't have any money of his own.
Yeah.
But he fancies himself like an important dude, which is why he's wearing like diamond earrings and fancy clothes. He's talking about, that's a Gucci shirt. It's $500. You'll look good in it. Put it on.
Well, that's the thing. I think he does, or at least he used to have a lot of money.
Right now he's just moving it around.
Look at his house. Look at his apartment. Look at all this stuff. He's able to afford all this stuff.
He was able to.
Right. But like, I don't know, like, what was the catalyst to have this go wrong? I mean, maybe he only had the $100,000 in his pocket and he spent it all on this one bet. The bet is this opal is going to net him $1 million.
Or he borrowed the money to buy the opal.
That too, yeah.
And so that's what this is all about, because we didn't see how he acquired the opal.
I suppose, yeah. He said he bought it for $100,000 and he owes his brother-in-law $100,000. So that must be it.
That has to be what it is. And of course, his brother-in-law has these goons who he's hired. Like, he's clearly, by the end of this, not okay with their methods. By the end of the movie, he's like, what are you doing? I'm out. Like, let's just call it all off and move on.
Yeah, this is, it worked out. Yeah, it sucks. We're never going to do business with him again. Let's just be done with it.
Yeah, he's my idiot family member. Yeah. He, I was a schmuck for loaning him the money, and now I just need to cut my losses and
he let his goons keep on pushing the limit and pushing the limit. And they finally had enough of his shenanigans, and he gets shot dead in his place.
Okay, that shocked the hell out of me.
Oh, yeah.
Because the pacing, again, you just assume something is going to go badly. I figured he was going to lose the bet, because that is the trajectory of his entire life up to this point in the movie. And he's got these guys locked in between the two locked doors.
Yep.
Because you have to be buzzed in and buzzed out, which for this kind of business makes a lot of sense. It's a security measure. It's a great measure for him to have.
In New York City?
In New York City especially. And the second he opens the door, he gets shot in the face. And my jaw dropped open.
Mine too.
And it stayed open the rest of the movie because, of course, these guys have had enough. They shoot his brother-in-law and then just start smashing and grabbing to get their pay any way they can.
Right.
Which is, I'm just going to take as many diamonds as I can shove in this bag and then fuck right off.
Yeah.
So the end of the movie ends with such a bang, metaphorically and literally, that I was completely taken by surprise.
Yeah, and of course, all of this anxiety stuff is just ramping up and ramping up. And we finally get to the end, and there's going to be a solution here, but you have no... if you asked me 20 minutes into the movie, how does this movie end? I would not have been able to tell you that he gets shot in the face and robbed of everything. But he won his final bet and won over $1 million. He won over $1 million on a bet on Game 7 of the NBA Finals.
Yeah, specifically on Kevin Garnett.
Sure.
Yeah, this fucking movie, man.
Yeah.
Like, I understand completely why people were talking about it, why they were talking about him.
Yeah.
His character, he is awful. He is the worst human being. And I hated every second, pretty much. Like, there was very little to make you...
There's nothing redeeming about him for the most part.
There was almost no moments of empathy for me. I just wanted to smack him because he was pissing me off. Like, when his wife is literally laughing in his face and telling him, you are the most annoying person I think I've ever met in my entire life.
Yeah.
And if it were up to me, I would never see you again. She was speaking the words I was thinking.
Yep.
But I also get why, for those reasons, they were talking so much about Adam Sandler. Like, he's great in this movie.
Yeah.
I agree. I think the conversation was warranted for him to be on the short list.
Yeah.
It's really kind of a bummer he didn't at least get the nomination. I don't think he would have won.
I don't know who else was up for that year.
I'd have to go back and check.
I think it is definitely meriting a nomination, at least a consideration for this kind of performance. Now, we said in the intro that I hadn't really seen any of his dramas or the non-comedic stuff, and I was convinced that he really did a lot of work here, because not only is the acting good, he changed the way he talks.
Yeah, he has an accent.
He has an accent here, and I've never heard that come out of his mouth before.
No, and maybe that's just something that he can draw from, because I think he's actually from New York. or
I'm
that
sure he
area.
is. Yeah, but he's pulling from somewhere. He even like changes his cadence. Like the
delivery.
The delivery of how he is speaking. Yeah, his voice is the same, but how he is speaking is completely different.
Minus all the cursing. Like, we're used to hearing him
Sure.
curse once in a while, but
Sure.
every other word was fuck in this movie.
Well, and also, like, Adam Sandler is known as, not a, like, super dirty comedian or whatever you want to call him.
No.
Pretty much all of his movies are PG-13.
He's goofy. You think
Yeah.
of him as being a goofy, funny guy. He goes for that kind of, like, doing a weird voice and a funny dance.
All the stuff that he got famous for in the 90s, all pretty clean,
and
relatively speaking.
It has not grown with him. As he has gotten older,
Yeah.
he's made more movies with the same humor.
Sure.
It doesn't translate as well.
No.
And it's been really, really hit and miss for his career, I think, which is probably why he did the 6-movie guaranteed deal with Netflix, because it doesn't matter what he turns out. But then he turns out a movie like this where, it's just like, where the fuck did this come from?
And like you look at who produced it, fucking Martin Scorsese is an executive producer on this. I don't know where this came from, but I'll tell you this, it's another A24 joint.
Lord.
We can't get away from A24.
We're not trying to do this, guys.
No, they've just been putting out a lot of really good stuff.
We're just going to have an A24 category at the end of the year when we do our awards.
Don't spoil it, Betsy. But like, I don't know where this movie came from, or like, how did he get cast on this? Was he in mind from the get-go? Because if you audition for this against other big names,
like guys
man.
who do dramatic acting all the time, where this is their meal ticket.
But that's the thing. You needed to have that chaotic energy, and you kind of need that out of not an amateur actor, but like an actor that is less refined. If that makes sense.
I get that. Yeah, you need somebody who is an uncut gem.
I'm turning this off.
Shut up, you love me.
But you're never going to see Denzel in a movie like this. You're not going to get those big names.
You really won't. And if you did, it would be a completely different kind of movie. Like, you could get really messed up dudes, but there's always some other element, like they're coked out of their mind or something. Like, they give the character some choice that doesn't really translate the same way that this does for Adam Sandler.
Yeah. And like we said in the intro, he gets fucked up. He gets punched in the face. He gets thrown into the fountain.
He gets punched in the throat.
Yeah, loses his glasses, punched in the throat.
Hung out a window.
Yeah. And not a lot of actors would allow themselves to be depicted like that. And sure, this works. It totally works with him.
Yeah, he's such a garbage person, this character. He is garbage.
And like we said, they're planning on getting a divorce,
but of course,
they're waiting until after all the family stuff.
After this, after that.
They have Passover. We're going to have the Passover meal. He's having an affair with this girl that works for him. And they're in love, but she's just a young, she's just young
and hot.
Yeah, and she really wants to use him for whatever money that he's got.
But she also seems to genuinely like him. They're just really awful to each other.
Again, chaos.
But here's the thing: he also is absolutely remorseless about cheating on his wife.
Yeah.
But then he doesn't actually want to get divorced. He's trying to talk his wife out of getting a divorce.
Yeah, and
meanwhile, he doesn't seem to really want to be with this girl, but he desperately wants to be with this girl.
Yeah.
Like, he's clinging on to everything in his life while also doing everything to destroy it.
Yeah, he's a broken person.
Yeah, he is.
And the elephant in the room here is all of the gambling. And I'll say this to everybody out here. I know that sports gambling is now very legal in most of the country.
In a lot of capacities, too.
And I'll be honest. When all this started to happen, all this sports betting started to come through, and there's so much advertising about it.
They push it hard.
I had such a hard time continuing to watch sports because of it. I am not a gambling person. There has been problems with gambling in my family, and there's a lot of addiction issues in my family. Now, one of the reasons why I don't partake in such things is because it is a personality trait of some people. if they get into it,
once you
they're
start
really into it. And I can't do that to myself. Not because of that, but because I know what it can do to people.
It can ruin lives.
People has ruined
by
lives.
Making it really accessible.
Yeah.
It is cracking open a door for people that you probably don't even know you have.
And I don't give a shit if you put all of the phone numbers and websites about you have a problem, call somebody.
Gambling addiction.
I don't give a fuck how many disclaimers you put on your ads. You are ruining people's lives by doing this.
It's like slapping a Surgeon General's warning on a pack of cigarettes.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're putting the warning on here, but you still want the contents therein, don't you?
Yeah, I do not support this whole industry in any capacity whatsoever. It just makes me sick when I see so many like legitimate organizations like ESPN and the NBC, all these places that put on sports. They're all bought and paid for by the betting industry.
Yeah.
Look at their entire coverage. They put the betting lines on the scroll on the bottom of the screen.
I hate it. I hate it.
It sucks.
It really sucks. So watching this movie and this guy is fucking up his whole life, and he's definitely addicted to it because the second he's got that money in his hand from Kevin Garnett,
he could absolutely completely
he could walk away,
settle everything.
Every debt he has with every person could be settled.
And at that point, all he has to do is deal with his father-in-law, which at that point, he's probably good with it. And as long as the divorce goes through, he can probably walk away with that.
Right. So that'll all resolve itself. But instead, he looks at Kevin Garnett and he gives this rousing speech about they don't believe in you. But what he's really saying is they don't believe in me. I'm the fucking winner. Nobody thinks I can do it.
This is how I win. That's the other line from this movie that got famous. That's how I win. This is what I do.
Meanwhile, half the other time, all he's saying is, I fucked up. I know I fucked up.
Yeah.
But he is a fuck up. He knows he's a fuck up. And he continues to fuck up.
Until the end, when he doesn't. And then he pays the price.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So there was a couple other people in this movie that I didn't know were in this movie. I mentioned Idina Menzel. So she's actually his wife in this movie, not his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Lakeith Stanfield is in this movie.
Yeah, as like his like liaison. I don't really know.
He's like a guy he knows who brings in the kind of clientele he wants.
And he takes a cut.
Because he can't get them to come to his store by himself.
Yeah, he's like in some back room somewhere with no storefront. Like all the famous jewelry shops in New York City have a storefront, and they're famous for that. This is like down a hallway somewhere.
Third floor. In some street, down a hallway behind a couple double doors, you would never know it was there.
Exactly. So, does he have like stolen stuff back there? It was kind of iffy about whether or not that was real. It kind of
sounded like he maybe has some hot merchandise.
Yeah, they were talking about watches.
That he doesn't actually have the paperwork for.
Right, like Kevin wanted to look at a watch, and he doesn't have any watches that he bought himself.
Well, and he also, in the store, Howard... First of all, he knows they're not back there because he's been selling them.
Sure.
He's been pawning them and hawking them as he can. But he also is up front. He's like, I don't want you selling that shit in my storefront. I never agreed to that. Right. This is my store, and you're not selling your sketchy shit in my store.
Wares.
I at least know where my stuff comes from.
Right.
I don't know where your shit comes from. So deal with your own shit.
Yeah.
So he's in this movie. Judd Hirsch is his father-in-law.
Yeah.
And he doesn't show up
when's
until
the last time you saw Judd Hirsch in anything?
A while. And I've not seen him in that many movies to begin with.
Yeah.
He does not show up for like an hour and a half into this movie.
Yeah.
I literally was like, remember how he's in this movie? And then he finally showed up.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, somebody is not actually on screen.
Oh, yeah.
There's somebody he talks to on the phone at an auction house. So he's got this opal and he's going to auction it off. And he's on the phone with this woman who is like the person coordinating all the jewelers and the rocks and things. And I was like, I know that voice. I know this voice. And I was like, is that fucking Tilda Swinton? And it was. I had to look it up to confirm. But Tilda Swinton, I would assume, I don't even know if she was credited on the movie credits.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't look at it, but
it's just her voice.
It's just her voice, and you know what? For being an A24 joint, she probably just owes them. She's been cast in enough of their movies that
has she?
I'm sure.
I would have to go look.
A24 seems like the studio that would love to have Tilda Swinton on like a lifetime contract.
Because she's a weird weirdo, and she's down to be weird.
She's down to do the weird A24 shit. Yeah.
Tilda Swinton has a very interesting career. And you guys should just go look at her filmography sometime.
Yeah.
Woman has an Oscar, but that is like the bare minimum of what she has accomplished in her career.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of it for people who are recognizable. Obviously, Kevin Garnett is in this movie playing his...
Yeah.
Oh, The Weeknd is in this movie.
Right.
So this was kind of funny because, of course, this movie takes place in 2012, and they refer to The Weeknd as, oh yeah, he's this up-and-comer. He's playing at this little club, which this movie was made in 2019. By then, I think he had changed his hair. So the fact that they got The Weeknd and he had to wear a wig of fake hair, I'm pretty sure is what was going on here. Maybe he hadn't changed his hairdo yet because he has a really specific looking hairstyle when he first got famous.
Sure.
I don't know. That just amused me that you're going to time travel in a weird way.
Right. And like, I love when they get people like real ass people who are playing themselves, but then you're allowed to have fun with it.
Yeah, he's doing coke and trying to fuck his girlfriend in the bathroom.
Right. He's telling his girlfriend, hey, I got something down here for you. Oh my God, it's so hard. I can't believe it's so hard already.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And I don't even know exactly what that was about because she said that after she went after Howard, you just fucked up the biggest deal. Like, was she trying to sell him drugs? What was she trying to do?
Or she was trying to get him to come to the shop.
Maybe.
And buy stuff.
Because she kept saying, don't touch, no touching, you can't touch me.
Exactly.
But she's giving him drugs.
I think that's kind of what it is. I don't remember her saying that, but if she said you just fucked up the biggest deal, that's what she was trying to do.
I guess. She was definitely trying to sell him something.
Yeah.
I just don't know what. If it was more drugs, if it was trying to get him to the shop, if she has some other side hustle I don't know about.
Or she had some jewelry. Maybe she took it from the shop.
Who knows?
I don't know. They could have developed that a little bit more if that was the case, but then their chaotic nature wouldn't have come across any better.
I hate couples like this.
Oh, God.
That are desperately in love with each other.
They are.
But they're terrible for each other. They need to stop. Just stop.
But they can't.
But they can't. They're addicted to each other.
They have this addictive personality, and they get whatever they get out of each other, and they cannot stop that.
Yeah, and they're just like, oh, fine, go away. I'll fucking talk to you tomorrow.
Right, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, it also helps that they work together.
Oh, God. And she's taking advantage of that situation,
Right.
rolling into work whenever she feels like, not going to work at all.
Having a big party at the apartment and...
without him being there.
Right.
It's his apartment and she's just there. And when he gets mad about it, she's like, get into bed and cuddle. Either fuck off or come here and cuddle.
You can't be mad at me. You can't resist this. And she pulls the cover off.
Yeah. I hate it so much. So other stuff I want to talk about in this movie, the music, the score of this movie.
Yeah, that's part of the anxiety right there.
That is part of the anxiety inducing. Mm-hmm. It's like weird 80s synth music. Like every once in a while you get a saxophone solo.
And like I noticed the music in the first third of the movie.
Because it was playing almost constantly.
Yes. I lost it by the end. I did not notice it at all. I was just completely drawn into the movie itself.
I would be really interested to know the number of minutes of music compared to the number of minutes in this movie because it's a lot. Like we said, that first opening sequence.
How many quiet moments are there?
Not a lot.
And like I did notice one thing, talking about quiet moments. At the end of the Passover dinner, when him and his wife are in that room together alone, I would say that's one of the only quiet moments. And then it's completely ruined by all of her family coming in and saying, hi, you're in the dress and blah, 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 whatever.
Just gushing.
Yeah.
You're right, though. That adds to the chaos, the whole movie, because it's building the stress right along with his energy and his actions.
Yeah.
Like, he's leaning out a window to hand his girlfriend a bag of money. And I'm like, is he going to fucking drop the money? Is he going to fall out the window? What the fuck is going to happen here? Mm-hmm. I just kept assuming something really bad was going to happen before it did. And not always did anything actually come of it, but the music was making me feel like something bad was going to happen.
Yeah, and you know,
like when he takes the fucking garbage cans to the curb. Even then, I was like, "What's gonna happen? Is someone jumping out from behind a tree and gonna kill him?"
Right. I'm like looking through the bushes. Is there anybody in there? Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was another scene of after they have their fight outside the club. She just was walking in front of the other people in line. Like, why was that scene even there?
We're just following her as she stomps away.
The camera is just tracking on her. She's walking in front of the people in line, and she's telling everybody in line, "Oh, that's why you're in line out in the cold.
Bitch.
Like, whatever the fuck." I don't really know what that was about.
I don't know. I don't know. There's so much about this movie where I'm just like, are we just trying to make me hate everybody? Like the guy who Lakeith plays, I didn't even catch his fucking name. He goes with Howard to Philly to get the opal back because Kevin Garnett insisted on borrowing it. And then he fucking ditches Howard.
Yeah.
He just leaves him there. Like, what was the whole point of that? Then he shows up and he acts like nothing has happened. And it's like, what is this arrangement here?
And I think Lakeith did that because Howard was acting crazy. And if he got there, he might have done something really stupid.
I mean, that is fair.
Yeah.
I will give you that. But yeah, I don't know. I just didn't understand that whole dynamic, the relationship between the two of them.
Yeah. But Kevin Garnett, we haven't really talked about him yet. He's really good in this as being a non-actor in anything.
He is playing himself as a man obsessed with a rock.
And that's funny. That's funny, but they don't play it up as laughs. It's not anything. It's just he really wants it. But that's the thing, Betsy. These guys are multi-millionaires. And if they want something, they're going to get it in whatever fashion.
He looks through a lens and like sees all of time and space. Like there's this weird montage where he's like seeing himself on the court and as a young man and history and animals and evolution and explosions and stars, and then he breaks the glass. But it's such a transformative experience that by the end when he wins the final game, he says, at the end of it, it was just me and the Rock.
You can take that in two different ways, because in basketball, the ball is the Rock.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how he meant it.
I don't know, Betsy.
There's some double meaning there.
It is a double meaning. For people who are... I don't even know if that was I don't follow basketball hardly at all. I'll watch the finals, and that's about it. But I don't know if the Celtics actually were playing the Sixers in 2012.
I feel like that probably is real. Like, that's definitely footage from a real game.
Yes.
And putting it in 2012 specifically, like, there's no real rhyme or reason to that other than we give it historical context.
And, like, my question is that interview real, or was it done for the movie?
The end of, like, anything that's a close-up shot of him was done for the movie. Anything that's footage of the game is footage of a real game.
Okay.
That's how I think of it.
Maybe... in a weird way, what I hope actually happened here is that the director or the writer saw that interview. He said something about a rock and then wrote
this whole movie.
Wrote an entire script off of that interview.
But then it was all contingent on him saying yes to this project.
Right.
Which I assume
it's like being John Malkovich. I have this particular person in mind for this movie. I can't make the movie unless you say yes. So say yes.
Like Kevin Garnett, anything is possible.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a lot that happens in this movie. Like I said, it's kind of a lot goes on, but nothing happens. There are some really weird things. I kind of just talked about it when Kevin looks into the opal and he sees this montage. Yes. The opening, not the opening shot, I guess, but near the beginning of the movie, we're in Africa showing where this rock actually came from. Mm-hmm. And they zoom in.
Oh, yes.
And then it turns into, and I was like, is that the inside of a human? Is that a colonoscopy? We cut to Howard having a colonoscopy.
Uh-huh.
And at the end of the movie, he gets shot in the face, and we zoom into the bullet wound and end up in outer space, and then the credits roll.
Yep.
these were really strange.
Yeah, like them like going through the stone and like having it basically transition into, wait a minute, like you said, is this like, this looks like it's medical in nature.
This is we're inside a human. Why are we inside a human?
Why is this all goopy? This isn't not what? And then we see the shot of the doctor saying colon. It's like, oh, okay, that's exactly what it is. And then Adam Sandler's on the bed.
Yep, passed out.
Yeah.
Because they put you under for that stuff.
Uh-huh.
But then he just goes right back to work. And I've actually taken somebody to get a colonoscopy. You were really fucking out of it after that because you're under anesthesia.
Everybody was asking him, are you okay? Should you even be here?
Probably not, because you can't drive after that. You're still half asleep.
Sure.
Like, the way he starts his day is really fucked up, and then it just continues to be fucked up.
And, like, this guy, speaking of being addicted, he is addicted to working.
Yeah.
Now, clearly this is his business. It is his shop. Everything goes through him, but he's never not working. That's not healthy.
No. Like, it's ruined his fucking marriage.
Yeah.
And they know it, and he knows it.
Yeah.
And he has an apartment in the city because it's getting home is too hard.
Yeah, and like his kids are like resentful of him.
Oh, his daughter hates him.
The oldest daughter completely hates him and basically is just brushing him off. Whatever he says is just brushed off because whatever he's saying here doesn't mean a damn thing.
Well, and she's on the phone with her friend, clearly talking about how awful her dad is in front of him. And he's like, who's on the phone? She's like, I'm going to call you back. But she never hangs up the fucking phone. She never hangs up the phone. She's still got her friend in her ear while her dad is being weird.
That's teenagers for you.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And then, like, one son he ignores, the other son he, like, lies to his face.
Well, like, the other son, like, the middle child is getting all his attention because he's taking an interest in what his dad is doing.
Yeah.
He's into gambling.
And basketball.
Into basketball. And, by the way, Adam Sandler is super into basketball.
Yes.
100%. He plays all the time. He's always at games.
He's one of those guys you see on the sideline.
Courtside seats, yeah.
Courtside seats, yeah.
He's like Jack Nicholson,
yes.
but not for the Lakers.
No, I don't know his team. Is he a Knicks?
It's probably a Knicks fan.
Is he a Knicks guy?
Yeah. But I would imagine that there's going to be something to come to a head, or I guess would have been something to come to a head, because his son found out that he's got a lady friend coming to the apartment.
Who's the girl that's been living in your apartment?
Who's the hot girl who's been living in the apartment? Is it mom? Because as a kid, you never think that your dad or your mom would ever be with another person.
No, it's unfathomable to you.
Yeah. So I would expect that to eventually come to a head.
Well, he was definitely giving him a look in the car. Like, you could see the wheels turning in his head.
Well, like I said, he's looking up to his dad and emulating him in every way, and that maybe crushed him a little bit. Mm-hmm. Because he seems to be old enough to really get what's going on there.
He's certainly on the cusp of figuring out what a piece of shit his dad is.
Yeah.
He hasn't figured it out yet, but his daughter has.
Definitely, and like the other kid is probably too young.
Right. Well, even the youngest kid, his mom says, his wife says, go and tuck the kid in.
Yeah.
It's past his bedtime. And instead of doing that and spending time with his kid, he's laying on the floor watching the game. And the kid, like, wakes up and gives him a look like, what the fuck are you doing in my room?
Yeah.
And then he just goes back to sleep because he's kind of ignoring his youngest son.
Right, and like I think that kid is used to his dad not being there.
Probably not. There's a lot of conversation about how he's got an apartment in the city, and he goes back to the city, and he's out late a lot, and he might not come home, or he won't be up till 4.
And the girlfriend is like giving him shit at the beginning of the movie, saying, "Well, it's not my fault that you decided to have kids." Or whatever she said.
Yeah, I'm exhausted. I was up all night. Well, why? It's not my fault you have kids. Yeah, right. Something like that. But you know what? You're all garbage.
Sucks.
Everyone is garbage.
Except Idina Menzel.
It's true. She's great. I liked her in this movie.
Yeah.
She's just a woman who has had enough of this man's shit.
I think this is the 4th movie where Idina Menzel was a player.
Only once on screen before this, but yes.
She was in Enchanted, and then she was in both Frozen movies, of course.
Yes, this is the first non-Disney time. So a very different role for her.
I like it.
She got to say fuck.
I suppose, yeah. All right. Well, that's going to be the end of this one. I think I've covered everything that I had on my notes here. I barely ever touched my notes either. So, again, that's a good movie if we don't even need to look at our notes.
Right. And I agree. Like I said when we came back, I'm glad we watched this.
Yes.
I understand the appeal. I don't know if I really ever need to sit through it again because it was aggressively chaotic.
Frantic. All right, we got a couple emails here from a couple of our superstars. First one comes in from Mitch from Saskatoon about The Da Vinci Code. Hey guys, this was a terrible movie.
Strong start.
It's like Springtime for Hitler. Wrong cast, wrong script, wrong director. But how did people still go and see this? The book was too popular for its own good. It's like the book from adaptation that is impossible to adapt without the movie being forever long. It had too many details. I read it way back in college for a lit to film class.
Oh, cool.
And I never went back to it afterwards for seconds.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's a lot of good comparisons where it's just kind of that book that is impossible to adapt.
But you had to because it was such a big deal.
You couldn't not try.
Yeah, I'm sure there were like bidding wars between the studios to get the rights to it.
Absolutely. Somebody was going to do it. Maybe a different version would be better, but they might have all been terrible.
Yeah.
It's
I don't
hard
know,
to adapt.
I don't know how you could have made that better.
I also don't.
Yeah. Back to the email. I did appreciate that they left references to the sequels out. At the end of National Treasure 2, they say, hey, can you look at this page? Which is, I guess, it's the Book of Secrets. It's the subtitle.
The president gives him the Book of Secrets and he says, hey, go look at this particular page.
Yeah, go look at page 47. What the hell is on page 47? Are we ever going to find out? Are we ever going to get the fun and exciting adventure of a movie to help me forget the Da Vinci Code? That would be a treasure in and of itself.
Yeah, that's an example of a movie where they set it up for more.
Yeah.
And then you never get the payout because we've never gotten the National Treasure 3. So we don't know what was on page 47. We don't know what kind of an adventure they went on. So that would have hurt Da Vinci Code even more if they said, oh, here's a reference to the sequel that you're never going to get.
Yeah. And I don't know why they didn't do more.
They did, but not for years. It took them like another couple of years before they made Angels and Demons, and it is equally bad.
I'm referring to National Treasure.
Oh, well, you're getting a TV show.
Yeah.
That's coming.
Like a decade plus later.
Yeah, maybe we'll get the third one eventually, but about 15 years after we've all lost our excitement about it.
It's true.
And then it'll be terrible, and we'll all go watch it anyway.
It'll probably be terrible. Yep. He says, thank you for doing this podcast and bringing back memories I don't need to remember. You guys are awesome. Tom Hanks's hair is not. Mitch from Saskatoon.
Oh, thank you, Mitch. Yes.
Thank you, Mitch.
Valid commentary on a bad movie.
Our second emailer is our superfan, Stephanie. She's also talking about the Da Vinci Code, a popular episode that was. She says, OMG right off the bat, Trent saying the Da Vinci Code is like National Treasure, but not fun, had me cracking up.
See, guys, it's a valid comment.
This movie definitely takes itself more seriously than National Treasure. Audrey Tautou is a great actress and is unfortunately just okay in this one. If you want a beautiful French film with her and weirdly Jodie Foster, watch A Very Long Engagement.
Yes, Jodie Foster speaks fluent French, and she showed up in a French-speaking film.
Is she Canadian?
No, she just speaks French.
Okay.
Very fluently. Very well. Jodie Foster is incredibly intelligent. She's one of the smartest actresses, if you didn't know that.
I've heard that, yes. She says, I like these books and movies when they came out, but it's been years since I've seen this one. I think this movie is flawed and just takes itself too seriously. This is one where a great cast just can't save it. Yeah, the cast was great.
It should have worked.
It was acted fairly well, but overall, it's just a mess.
No, if the script is lousy, it doesn't matter how strong your cast is.
Indeed. If you like books along this line, but more fun, check out Snow on the Golden Horn by Walt Breedy.
I've never heard of it. But I also don't read enough.
The main character is just more fun and winks at you when parts are silly. That's good. When a writer can actually bring you into the book itself and break the fourth wall, as it were.
Well, and when they're self-aware, like we know what kind of book we're writing. We know what kind of reader, what kind of experience you're looking for.
Totally. We watched The Gray Man the other day, and that's the
Ryan Gosling movie on Netflix.
Yeah.
There's someone else in it, but I'm forgetting who it is right now.
Yeah, I think they're going to make a sequel to that too.
Really?
Yeah, it was super popular.
Except it's supposed to not be that great, but anyway.
It doesn't matter if people watch it.
What did superfan Stephanie think of it?
Super fast-paced action movie that would be real dumb and bad, except the cast is phenomenal and somehow makes it good.
Well, all right then. Maybe I'm wrong.
I also watched Rosaline on Hulu this week. We loved it. A super fun take on Romeo and Juliet, and who doesn't love a period rom-com that just takes the piss out of Shakespeare? Love, superfan Stephanie.
Well, thanks to both of you for sending in those emails about the Da Vinci Code. I knew that when we watched it, you, Trent, would have some thoughts, so I'm not surprised other people do too.
Yeah, that's one of those movies that is like up at the top of the movies that were like super popular that I hadn't seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, take that along with Gladiator and Avatar.
Yes. Some big
Da Vinci Code
big
is up
budget
there.
Movies.
It's up there. And we got a lot more on that list too. Coming eventually. It'll be next year. We got way too much stuff on the docket right now.
We don't have enough time this year to get through everything, Trent.
No.
It's not possible.
No, and we gotta save those to just throw in there every so often. So anyway, that is gonna be the end of the episode. But first I want to tell you, if you would like to be like our super fan, Stephanie and Mitch, our distinguished contributor, Mitch from Saskatoon, email us. neverseenitpod@gmail.com is the email address. We got a couple of the social medias, Facebook and Instagram. The name on there is neverseenitpod1. Betsy posts every single day on that thing. It's a lot of funny posts. It is just facts and birthdays.
And bullshit.
And bullshit. But all sorts of stuff happening in the movie world and on the podcast. We keep on saying it, and we're going to say it again. As of this recording, Twitter is still a thing. Follow us on Twitter, and eventually we'll find out what the hell is happening there. The name there is neverseenit_pod. And if you would like, we would love you if you were to support us on Anchor. Click the link in the podcast description, throw us $1 on Anchor, and support our shenanigans on this shit.
I need support for my nonsense.
Indeed. But again, that is the end of the episode. We're getting really close to the holidays.
So soon.
Good
Lord, how is that happening already?
Holidays are here. Oscar movies are going to start to come out.
Any minute now.
We're looking at the theater schedule for anything to come to our town.
I check every damn day and it doesn't update fast enough.
Yeah. But then again, this is the third year we've been doing these Oscar movies for a podcast, so I just kind of want to get the production schedule on the calendar.
You want to know when this is happening?
I want to get this on the fucking calendar. Anyway, I'm going to end the show. Betsy, I want to thank you for being my co-host. I want to thank everybody for listening all the way through the end of this episode. We will be back to you next time with another episode of Never Seen It to watch another goddamn movie.
We love goddamn movies.
My name is Trent.
My name is Betsy.
And we'll see you next time.